Whoa, what a trading session we had today on the market. So, what happened? Let's try to kind of dissect and analyze what happened in the market today and what to expect for this end of the week, especially one of your favorite stocks in the market. So, as you can see, everything was red. I mean, not as bad as something that will potentially indicate that we are in a danger zone here because we had what quite some, three straight days, with two bullish, very green, solid days. And yesterday was kind of a, I would just call it a flat day per se. But today was a little bit different because we had inflation data coming out at 7:30 a.m. and it didn't look as quite temper as people expected. All right. As a matter of fact, the market expected something around 7.1, 7.2%. But as a matter of fact, it came higher than that 7.5%. But even after that, I think the market was still kind of, this might not be too bad because we already know that the Fed is going to do what it's supposed to do in March, but there was still something not quite being confirmed there because at this point, nobody knows exactly how high and how many we're going to have these interest rate hikes going into 2022. So what triggered this whole sell-off? Well, first off, you had Fed Bullard. This is one of the regional president of the Federal Reserve. And he said, we are calling, we need to do something aggressive here. We need to go full force for big hike in interest rates to fight inflation. As a matter of fact, he was calling on a policy rate, as you can read here. Bullard's view became the market's view, with rate futures contracts now fully pricing an increase of the Fed's target range for its policy rate to 1 to 125% by the end of this policy meeting in June. So Bullard is saying, I would like to see 100 basis points in the bag by July 1st. This is four times the levels that the market was expecting. And I'm talking about 0.25% or at least at the top 0.5%. So at the bare minimum, we're looking at twice what the market expected. And I think that's triggered the whole market view, and everybody started looking at this as if it is exactly what is going to happen. And when you look at how the VIX jump, there is no surprise, as a result of this, huge sell-off. But I think what also triggered it when you look at the bond market, the obligations, you look at the 1 month, you look at the 3 months, you look at the 6 month, these are incredible high numbers in terms of spike. You look at the 1 year, the 2 years jumped 20%. The 5 year jumped 9%, and the 10 year jumped 6%. Even the 30 years jumped almost 4%. But you look at the 1 month, you look at the 3 month, man, these are incredible numbers. So whenever you have the bond market being this reactive to such comments from a Federal Reserve president, it's just natural that the VIX will spike because of this sell-off when you look at how bad all of these indexes were. But there is good news in this. There is good news because, if you look at oil stayed green. Oil was up more than 2% at some point. Crypto was kind of also up right after CPI data came out. But as a matter of fact, all the way until the end of the trading session, nothing was really transpiring into a huge sell-off, especially when you look at Bitcoin. Maybe not with ETH, but this is crypto. So a 4% drop is not considered a huge danger zone. So maybe not the case with other alternative here, but when you look at Bitcoin specifically, lately Bitcoin has been following a lot what the Nasdaq does. So I think this is kind of an overreaction of the market, kind of not knowing exactly how to digest this information, especially when it comes to what the Fed Bullard just said here, because it is true, the CPI data confirmed that inflation is higher, but I think the market has not fully priced yet the fact that we are not going to increase by July to 0.5% or even 0.25%, but all the way up to 1%. That's a whole new game. So that's why I believe this is just a reaction or an overreaction of the market. And when usually the VIX spikes this up on just one trading session, you can expect it to also drop as hard and as sharp as it gains. So we'll see exactly how things go. But if you are willing to kind of position yourself in certain trade, especially with AMC Stock, which, by the way, has also been dragged with the Russell 2000 pulling back today. but at some point it was up almost more than 7-8% today. It's just a matter of how quick the recovery might come, and until we see exactly how it goes tomorrow and next week, nobody can really know. But definitely I think the market is still in a bullish trend, and just we might see a recovery happening either tomorrow or by early next week. That will be all for this market update. I will see you in the next one, folks. Bye.